her major credit. She held the women's title for about 30 years.
I'm a bit saddened by it. I mean, it's the most important female wrestling figure in the world.
Her, the day she came back to wrestle Victoria, and even though it was a pretty, like, stupid match, she won the match by a roll-up. It was great to see a woman who was clearly 70 to 80 years old still have enough energy to wrestle.
So yeah, I do kind of feel sad, but I do know that she had a good wrestling career. I mean, I started watching wrestling in '03, but last time I remember her, she was probably making out with Howard Finkel, or whatever the guy is who interviewed Hulk Hogan.
I only knew her from comedy. I knew her from her comedy skits, and I knew about her long title reign in WWF and the transition to WWF.
You know, I just also want to accommodate her for her accomplishments during her illustrious, long career, her very much accomplished career. I mean, she was the first NWA Women's Champion, and she was also the first WWF Women's Champion. You know, those are pretty big accomplishments, but the biggest accomplishment that surpasses that is she was the first athlete. No, she's the only athlete to have the longest title reign in any professional sport, which is pretty cool. So
I know a lot of people that watch probably only ever, know anything of her because of the Attitude Era, but the fact that they have said that, at one point she was, an incredible wrestler, and really she was.
We lost another legend here, and although I disagree on one of the people said that they were expecting Mae Young to die ahead of her. That's not a good thing to talk about here. The main point of thinking here is somebody died, and all we could do right now is pray for her soul.
She was great. She was just a great inspiration to women wrestling. One of the longest champions. I think she was champion for like near 50 years or over 50 years. And that is impressive. That is very impressive.
I think she was a very gifted wrestler who contributed a lot to the wrestling industry and has paved the way for every single woman who wanted to be in that profession, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. I mean, if I remember this correctly, I'm thinking one of her I don't know when one of her final matches were, but I think it was with Wendy Richter way back in the 80s at WrestleMania. Can't remember which WrestleMania, but I think that was one of her last matches was with Wendy Richter when she lost the women's title to her. Well, not Wendy Richter losing the title. I'm talking about Fabulous Moolah losing that title.
For someone to be able to hold that kind of title for 30 years is just amazing in my opinion. She had some skits along with Mae Young that were particularly I didn't really appreciate, but they were entertaining in its own way. That's the good thing about Moolah. She was willing to entertain no matter how far she was willing to go, along with Mae Young, which was very funny indeed.
Good telling, saying rest in peace, Fabulous Moolah. My prayers goes out to the Moolah family, the family of Fabulous Moolah.
She's just great. I mean, she's a real tough lady, and she paved the way for all these ladies that are there today. Without Moolah, there would be no female wrestling really in my mind. So, anyways, Moolah, rest in peace, and your contribution to the business.
She will be missed, and I know for a fact she will rest in peace, and I know for a fact we will see her again someday. So Fabulous Moolah, thank you for everything you have done, and you will be missed, and you are forever a legend in wrestling.
Fabulous Moolah, rest in peace. You're a legend to women wrestlers and wrestling all around, and I pray for her family at this time. That's all I gotta say.
Rest in peace, Fabulous Moolah. All the women right now who are wrestling looked up to you as an icon. You innovated, you influenced women's wrestling as we know it today. So, rest in peace, Fabulous Moolah.
Said this is pretty sad. At least she's in a better place now, and she definitely left a long legacy that will be a tough one to fill. So.
Yeah, this is how I remember Fabulous Moolah, and yeah, that's about it. Rest in peace, for real.
Mr. Monoxide signing off. Rest in peace, Moolah, and yeah, that's it. Steve.
So, rest in peace, Fabulous Moolah. Eternal rest grant upon her, O Lord, and let eternal light shine upon her. May she rest in peace. Amen.
Fabulous Moolah, you will be missed, but never forgotten.